Hi friends, I'm Guru Rajan. Welcome to this YouTube channel to see the sequence of videos on Python programming. This video is about lists. List is a collection data type that's used to store multiple items in a single value. And the other thing about lists is it's ordered. Ordered means the elements have a defined sequence. The order in which you append the values will be the order in which it will be displayed. List values are mutable, which means you can change the elements. And list can also contain duplicate values. And list elements can be accessed usually with the help of square brackets, which is what we use for arrays in C, C++, and Java. Let's see the other properties of lists by means of an example. Now, good list is the variable name and it's given the sequence of values here. So I have a square braces and the list is containing these four elements and the name of the list is good list. And I print these values here. And here I'm using the same good list variable to define an empty list. This is the other way of doing it. And what all the functions that are available with lists. So if you want to find the functions, you just type the name of the variable dot and then you press tab and you will be able to see the functions. You have append, clear, copy, count, and all these functions that you can use with lists. When I say good list.append 23, so the value of 23 gets appended to this empty list. First, you can see 23 getting appended and then 45 getting appended. So 23, 45, 67, 78, and 99. So if you print the good list, so you will see that the order in which you appended is the order in which they are present in the list. You can add one more variable to the list, and the value 57, which you just appended here, goes to the end of the list. Okay. So if you want to reverse the list, you can use the function reverse. If you want to reverse the list, you can use the function reverse. And then if you print the good list, it prints the values which are reversed. Now you can also count the number of times a particular element occurs. For example, the element 45 here occurs once. So you can see the value of 1, goodlist.count. So count means it finds out how many times the value 45 has occurred in this good list. This is the list. I showed you how you can append elements to a list. Now the opposite of append is pop. So you can pop elements out of the list. If I pop, for example, the value that I added in the end gets popped out here. So 23 gets popped out and I print the list and 23 goes out and then the remaining elements of the list are there. Now this is the list as it is present now. Now you can extend this list by using another list. So I am giving 34, 56 and 7 to be appended to this list or extended. Now if I print this list, you can see 34, 56, 7 getting extended to this list. So hope you are able to follow this. So I just popped an element and then extended the list. You can also copy the entire list. You can copy the entire list. You use the list function copy. So the good list is the original list variable and you copy that onto another variable called temp. Now once temp is there, you can sort the values of the list. It is possible to sort. So sort is by default, it is ascending order. You can see that this list is copied to the new list variable temp and then it is sorted. So we do this usually because the original list remains the same. So only the temp list gets sorted. If you want to clear the entire list, you can use the built-in function clear. As you can see, all the elements are cleared. Now, if I want to use the old good list variable and then I use insert to the old list variable good list. So at the third position, I insert 41. So that's what it means. You can see that after the third position, 7, 34 and 45 are there. So the original variable is, the good list variable is here, 57, 99, 78. And then after the third position, you have the 41 inserted here. So insert 3, 41 inserts the value 41 after 3 elements in the list. So hope you're able to follow this. You can also, now the opposite of insert is delete a particular element in the list. You can do that. If you want to remove 45, you just say which variable you want to remove. As you can see, 45 goes out of this list. For example, here you have 99. So the list index starts from 0. So what is the index of the value 99 in the list? It starts from 0, right? So the index has to be 1. So you can see 1 gets printed here because good list.index for the value 99 is 1. Suppose I want to see for the value, what is the index of the value 41? So 0, 1, 2, 3. So it has to be 3. So you can see 3 here. The reverse of that is, so if you give the value, it gives index. The reverse of that is, if you give index, it will give the value. For example, I'm giving good list of index 3. It will give me the value 41. So these two are opposite to each other. Good list.index will give the index of the value 41 and good list of 3 will give the value 41. So here there are 8 variables, as you can see. So the length of the list variable is 8. Now you might have a thought, can I store heterogeneous values, different data types in a list? Yes, you can store. In theory, it is possible to store heterogeneous values. Heterogeneous means values which are of different types you can store in the list. But in practice, list is used to store a homogeneous collection. In practice, we only store values of the same type. As you can see here, I have different values, character, string, float being stored here, right? So you can store heterogeneous values. So in the beginning, we saw that you can create a list by giving the values, or you can create a list starting from an empty list. So this is another way to do that. The other way to do that is by using the list function. So there is a list function which you can use to create a list. So now I'm using the list function. So I'm then giving the elements of the list. Here we go. So we got the elements of the list. The other thing that I want to show you is, just keep in mind, we will discuss about this when we discuss more collection data types. But just keep in mind that a list is actually recursive. You can have a list inside a list inside a list. So this is a bigger list, this is a smaller list, and this is another smaller list inside the bigger list. So the storing of the lists are recursive. You can have a list inside a list inside a list. You can also have a tuple inside a list. We haven't seen tuple yet, but just remember, you can have another collection data type inside the list collection data type. And this is a dictionary. As you can see, there is a dictionary here. How do we say it's a dictionary? Because there is a key and a value. So what we understand here is the elements can be stored recursively in a list. Another collection data type can be stored inside the list collection data type, which means a list can contain some other list. List can contain a tuple, as we see here. List can contain a set, and list can contain a dictionary too. I hope you got a fair idea about the different functions in the list and the properties of the list. If this video added some value to you, please subscribe and share your comments below. Thanks for watching this video.